What? What?
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said Anivia without blue is pretty easy to deal with. She's not gonna have the mana to constantly push the lane.
It's okay though. Anivia already is the color blue, so it's not that bad. She doesn't need it that much.
No man, she's got brown.
She's got some brown on her.
Looks
Yeah,
like
I'm kind of
Kennen
sad.
was forced to back. Looks like Timo is actually turning this lane around. He out-damaged Kennen, and looks like Graves down to bot taking lots of damage from Corki. Corki just able to poke so hard now, and they don't have the sustain to trade with them. And so it looks like they're just gonna get zoned out pretty hard.
By the way, I don't. Is that Dustbringer? Oh, okay, so there's only a total of 3 skins in this game.
Okay.
I just realized that. I usually see like 5, at least half. Only 3.
Nah, man.
Kind of sad. I wanted some like epic skins. Like yesterday we had Vancouver and Moo. You know, I wanted to see the red, white, and blue Anivia, but
It looks like Kennen and Timo are dueling it out again up top. They get each other to half health again. So it looks like they're pretty even in the damage, but Kennen didn't ulti. So Nocturne wants to get a gank on mid. That black shield just makes it so impossible for him to gank.
yeah, like we were talking about the other day. Even Odd One hates ganking a Morgana. It's just so hard to just so hard to gank because of that black shield. And actually, Kennen's ulti just came up right now, and his ignite should be up by the time Teemo comes back to lane. So we probably will see a kill by Kennen soon.
And Graves just getting so low. There's nothing he can do down at bottom. Nocturne definitely needs to come down, help relieve some of the pressure. But they're going to meet Mundo in the jungle. And he does have the red buff, but Mundo is pretty healthy. But he's taking lots of damage. And Anivia is coming to help him out. There's a nice wall from Anivia. And it looks like the ignite. Yeah, Nocturne will pick up the kill. Good ignite there. There's the Morgana ulti. Nice flash over the wall. And didn't hit anybody. It looks like Teemo's going to get caught in the dark binding while Kennen is coming in for Nocturne. There's the shield from Nocturne to block the damage from Kennen. Kennen now will ulti come in and turn on to Teemo. And, the dark binding on the tormented soil, that is probably going to tick down and kill the... No! Teemo is going to survive with only 15 health.
Yeah, and that really stinks because then Anivia was just trying to do as much burst damage while her ult was on cooldown and ends up not being able to do anything. So, if her... I don't know. Like, she could have waited for her ult, but I mean, it's one of those situations where you're kind of not really even panicking, but just trying to do as much damage to help your team. And so that's why you saw Anivia's combos kind of out of order. Is because of her ult was on cooldown.
It is unfortunate. She definitely... If she had that blue buff, it might have helped her a little bit, but...
See, everything comes full circle, man. Everything
yeah.
comes full circle.
Comes back to bite you. And so it looks like red team is going to start up a dragon. They can do it really fast with the Mundo. Mundo he does everything so fast.
Yeah, this is
Those
theirs.
cleavers are just so amazing. Can Janna steal with the tornado? Nocturne is going to come in and jump onto the Soraka, chunking her. That did a lot of damage, actually. But the exhaust, dark binding, and he's just going to blow up.
Yeah,
Corky's
that
going
was
to pick up
even
another
smart.
kill.
Sometimes you just gotta give him the dragon, especially when you're down as far as blue team. It's better to kind of play safe than to try and make those awesome cool plays, which Nocturne tried to do and didn't really work out for him.
It just puts you even more behind, and it just makes the game even harder to get through.
Yeah, I mean Nocturne's already really under-leveled. He's only level 6, while I mean, almost the ADs are higher than him, so the AD bot lane. So, I mean, that's just not good. He needs to really just farm his jungle, and because he died, Mundo just gets full like use of his jungle, and Mundo's just gonna constantly counter jungle him.
Timo and Kennen just keep going out. They keep doing the same amount of damage. I'm surprised none of them have really built a resistance yet. It looks like Kennen did build a Doran shield, but I mean,
But I mean, Kennen is winning this lane so much, he kind of can afford going really strong offensively. But I was kind of surprised that we didn't even see Teemo pick up maybe a Null Mantle Cloak just for the early Merc shreds. Instead, he's kind of being stubborn and has a double Thorns and a Bam Scepter. But that's the thing, it's not going to help you against Kennen's burst, so...
I mean, they are still doing about even amount of damage, even though Kennen's not using his ulti, but I mean, Kennen is 2 kills ahead and about 20 CS ahead, so I mean, Teemo's still doing some good amount of damage despite not having the same amount of gold that Kennen
And also,
has.
Mundo just picked up the red buff, so he's going to be even scarier right now.
It looks like Anivia's not even going to ask this time for blue. She's just going to take it, knowing that she needs it. Very good move if you're dealing with a jungler who will not give you blue.
Yeah,
when you're
I mean,
Anivia.
it was understandable that Noct took it, though, because he really needed that E experience boost, because he was so far behind. I mean, sometimes your jungler really needs that blue buff more than you. And in that situation, he did. But Anivia's now going to just be able to free farm her lane. And it's going to give Morgana a lot of trouble. Since this lane's going to stay neutral, Morgana's not going to really be able to go around and gank. But Morgana's also going to pick up a blue around the same time. So that's not good. Also, Dragon did die around 12 minutes. So we will see the next Dragon around 18. And so we might see a team fight. And I think that team fight's actually going to end the game. Morgana actually did something really cool right there. But I'll actually stop right now because Nocturne's about to gank top.
Now it looks like Kennen does know. They do have a ward in that bush, and Kennen making it maybe a little too obvious that there's a ward there. So Nocturne could come back with an Oracle, knowing he can't gank lanes. But I mean, he is very far behind. He only has 2,600 gold total, and
mid is actually getting ganked right now.
Anivia, can she get away? Is her wall up yet? No, her wall is actually on cooldown, and so she will get egged. And that is a dead Anivia. Prisn going down to Mundo.
The blue buff, so that's not really good at all. And we might actually see a duel between Nocturne and Mundo right now. Although Mundo will win this, you know.
He does have the red buff. His ult should be up, but it looks like no, he's going to hit the fear. Oh, nice dodge from the Dark Binding. I don't think he meant to do it. And it looks like Graves is coming down, but it looks like he gets caught out by Corki and Soraka, so he's not going to be able to help. He does try an ult to get away, but he is going to die from the Valkyrie.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the main MVP of this game right now is actually Mundo, in my opinion. He's just done so well to shut down the Nocturne. He's also shut down the bot lane. I mean,
Cannon going aggressive onto this. No, I decided not to dive the tower. Broke my heart.
This Mundo has done so much for this red team that I think he's the MVP right now.
Now Teemo's actually turning the tables. He makes him go into a brush, and they're gonna trade.
Wow,
they're gonna trade.
What a stun by Kennen. Kennen realized that he did have the minion advantage and that they were attacking the Teemo. He goes in and he does get a stun on Kennen and ends up being a kill. Or sorry, a stun on Teemo.
Morgana is still down low. They do cut off the... Janna does force her to use Flash. And...
yeah, and this is also going to be a free bottom turret for the red team. And it's going to cause a lot of... it's not going to cause a lot of problems. It's going to cause more gold problems for the blue team. I mean, they're already down so much.
Pretty much. They definitely need to make something happen. Maybe get a couple towers. They do not have any towers yet. They definitely need to get this next dragon. When did you say it was up?
Around 18 minutes.
Okay, so yeah, they definitely need to try and get this next dragon in order to come back into this game. Maybe secure some map control. As you can see, they only have a couple wards on them. No, like one ward on the map. So they definitely need to get that map control. I don't think anybody has oracles yet.
Yeah, Mundo didn't even pick one up, so he could have with his early advantage he had.
So yeah, they definitely need to get some form of map control, and
yeah. Also,
Nocturne
did finally pick up his blue or his red buff for like the first time. So
it looks like Nocturne is gonna catch a Morgana. And there's the fear. It does force the flash, even though the fear wouldn't have procced. And there's the Dark Binding trying to try and secure it. But the Flash Frost does not have the range for it. But there's the flash from Nocturne. There's the ult actually from Morgana. Actually, Mundo jumping in there. Getting ignited, his ult isn't going to save him.
That Janna actually screwed up that Anivia. They would have killed Mundo so much more faster if Janna didn't try to push everyone away. But what Janna did is she used her ultimate, she used her Monsoon, she shoved everyone away and pushed the Mundo out of the Anivia ult. So it took Anivia a couple more auto attacks to kill her.
Looks like Janna just going to let Soraka have the kill. Not going to let any of the carriers get any more gold than they need. Janna knew she was going to die, so good job actually forcing Soraka to take the kill and not letting anybody else take it.
Also, this Teemo is going to try and go for an early fade. So again, I'm really surprised. Like, he's not even going a wit's end. I mean, he does have Merc Treads, but you really need more MR right now because this Kennen's kind of fed. And he kind of is neglecting the MR.
Yeah.
And it's probably why he's losing lane so hard.
Kennen does have the Doran shield to help him with the attacks from Teemo, but Teemo has no resistances of his own other than those Merc Treads. And even, no wait, those aren't Merc Treads, those are Sorc Shoes. Never mind. On the Kennen.
Yeah, and, you know, Kennen only has 46 armor, but he does have around 80 armor, so that's also helping him out versus this lane, since Teemo still does auto-attack damage.
Looks like Kennen's going to come and go aggressive on there. So there's the ulti from Kennen doing so much damage, followed with the ignite. And it looks like, yes, Kennen will pick up this kill onto Teemo.
Yeah, and this Teemo just really got outplayed this game. I mean, he really kind of neglected getting early MR and instead wanted double Dorans, which isn't really good. Sometimes defense is really a better offense, and I don't think this team will realize it this game.
Definitely didn't. Looks like Janna's actually going to get caught. There's the whiff of a Corki ult, but that's okay. He has about 5 more of those to throw out.
Also, Soraka does have an Oracle, so, I mean, things are just getting worse and worse for this blue team.
And they did not get Dragon. Red team took it from them, so the gold lead is now a 10k gold lead in the favor of red team. So there's really just nothing they can do right now. They have to get some picks.
Yeah, I actually honestly believe this is going to be a concede at 20. There's just nothing I can see blue team actually do this game because they're so far behind. They only have 3 kills. They haven't gotten a single Dragon. And I actually might have timed it wrong. Dragon might be around 19 minutes. Did they get it actually?
They just took it. They took
oh,
it.
they just took it? Okay, so I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at Teemo's stats at the time. Yeah, so I mean, they've gotten every Dragon. I mean, there's
if they kill us Oracles, oh, that would have been huge. Take that Oracles. Get us some kill for
and they
Graves.
can't have any ward coverage because they've almost lost all their tier 1 towers. The only tier 1 tower left is mid, and they can easily take that down too. So,
and Morgana's also going to pick up blue, so it's going to be very grim for this tier 1 tower as Morgana's just going to be able to push it.
Yeah, blue team's also pinging Corki right now, so we might see an engagement on them, but it looks like Nocturne actually just left, so it's not going to happen.
And now Kennan's free to roam around the map, and so that's going to be an extra person they have to deal with, while Teemo is just trying to farm up top, trying to get back into the game.
Yeah, no, I think it's too late. He's just so many items behind. I mean, 19 minutes and he doesn't even have...
Nocturne is pinging onto the Corki. Will he's ulti? No, he's going to come around from the back, but he is going to get spotted by the minions. He did walk too close to them. But he is going to get the fear proc onto Corki, but no, he's going to break the tether immediately.
Yeah, honestly, that Nocturne played that completely wrong. Nocturne actually should have waited until Corki Valkyried and then thrown his E.
He also has ult up. He looks like he will get caught by Morgana now. There's the Dark Binding. Throwing out the Tormented Soil. But no, they will not go on. Janna actually getting put to very low health by the Corki Burst. Corki doing actually a lot of damage.
Morgana does have a Zonians right now, so the next team fight is going to be really hard to win for the blue team because Morgana already has a Zonia. She is going to do a lot of damage, and this Ken is actually looking